kind of adjustments did you have to make? Pat made a big deal about that yesterday. Make adjustments during the game on Saturday.
Well, yeah, we did, and excuse me, on the 3rd and 1 on the 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 that got shut down, they gave us the same look that we had practiced, except they moved the linebacker outside, right? So then they took the guy that was kind of an inside shade on the tackle, the one Jake was trying to block, and they brought him underneath. They brought him under the guard. I had the center hung up on the nose. We were trying to double the center to the linebacker, but he wasn't really where we expected him to be. So, and they slanted that guy. I ended up having Owen hung up on the nose. Jake thought the center was coming with him, and then the linebacker shot outside. So that's what happened on the 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 from my perspective. And then and the kids were all over it. They knew exactly what happened. So we made the adjustment to just pull the center with the guard. I told the left guard, you got to come down and just crush this nose guard. You're on your own. Okay, center, you take the slant 4 technique, guard, you climb to the linebacker. The next 2 times we did that, we made that adjustment. Vince scored a touchdown and Daniel Carter scored a touchdown. So, having a veteran group really helps because they know exactly what's happening to them. They can tell me, and then we can make adjustments. And that was really the adjustment we had to make.
Having Minor in there, the crushing is pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah,
that guy to crush anybody.
That helped a lot. Yeah, it did.
Pat talked about how some of the guys out there, they were thinking a little bit too much on different sides of the ball. Did you feel like you guys were doing that early, and then maybe that was part of your adjustment?
Well, yeah, that was the other. Yeah, so we had 2 major adjustments. Right, we worked a 4-down front all week. We had heard rumors that they were going to play a 3-down front out of 4-down personnel, and they did that, and they came out early and did that. And so we had to. We didn't really. We had worked that each day. We had worked a period of that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We just weren't expecting as much as we saw. So the biggest adjustment was we had to adjust our protection to the big guy, to the big overhang, because we didn't want the back on him.
See, Dave, overall, you feel pretty good first step for your line?
Yeah, I was excited about really how physical we played. I was excited about how hard we played, and really the big deal going in was, fellas, we're playing penalty free. Okay, no holds, no false starts, and I was very excited about that. We work really hard on. I do a little cadence drill with them every day, and that's helped us a lot. So to play penalty free is a big deal, because it keeps the ball moving in the right direction. And these guys, they're all really across the front for the most part. I think everybody's 22 years old, and most of them, Gabe this is his 3rd year to start. Carter Warren's 3rd year. Marcus Minor, really 3rd year. Owen, 1st year, but he plays like a veteran in there. And Jake Cradle, this is his 3rd year to start. So, they're all veteran guys, and they're all older guys, and they didn't get shook up. We made the adjustments we need to make, and went out and played. So I was pleased. There's plenty of things that we have to work on. We didn't have a lot of mental errors. I think we had 2 with the first group, which was good. So yeah, I was happy with the first game.
Were you able to?
What stood out to you on film with Tennessee? Is there 1 or 2 things with their front 7?
Yeah, there's like 11 of them that really stand out. No, the front 7, and I don't know names. I just learned numbers. 9 is an outstanding pass rusher. 94 can wreck the game very quickly by himself. I think he's an excellent player. 51 is 350 and a great looking guy. He's big and strong and athletic. 48, who plays the end to the field, is extremely. He's the bigger of the 2 ends. He's an excellent player, excellent pass rusher. They play with a lot of intensity. They play fast, and they roll a lot of guys in there. It seems like almost every other series. So they keep them fresh. And 21 wasn't even in our 2 deep, but played most of the game. He's extremely athletic and explosive. So and the linebackers, they are see ball, tackle ball. They are run and hit players. They're excellent linebackers.
Dave, were you able to figure out what happened on the missed exchange between Owen and Nick Patty, and how much is crowd noise and the silent snap and something like that? The things you've been working
I
on?
think what happened was Owen heard something said. It was going to be on first sound, and he heard something said, and he pulled the trigger, and Nick wasn't ready for it.
Will you do anything different with crowd noise or a silent count or something like that for this week?
Well, we're working crowd noise for sure, and that's going to be a big factor. It'll be loud there. Last time I played there was I was at Notre Dame. It was the first time Notre Dame had been there, so this was like 20 years ago, and they had speakers hooked up, and the crowd noise just reverberated, and I mean we couldn't hear from me to you. You had to scream at the top of your voice. So I know it can. I don't know if it'll be that loud, but it'll be plenty loud. So we're definitely working crowd noise this week.
Looked like you guys had Owen pulling and hitting in space a little bit, moving around. Can you talk about just what all the different things he's able to build that allows you to say, hey, we can do this because of his athleticism?
Well, he's a lot like Jimmy was that way. And that's not easy to do. It's not easy to snap the ball and then and then be able to pull on a sweep or whatever. But he's an athletic guy, and he runs really well. So, when we can take advantage of that, we like to do that.
When Matt and Blake got in and got their snaps, what did you see out of those two guys?
Well, I thought Blake. I really wanted to get Blake in the game earlier, and that was my intent. I think Marcus had 58 snaps. Blake had 26, and my intent was to roll them a little bit earlier. But I was busy. We were busy trying to adjust things that we needed to fix, and I really forgot. I put Blake in for a series, and then I forgot about him. But he had a great camp. He gives me a lot of thump in there. He's a strong dude. He's a heavy hitting dude, and I thought he played pretty well while he was in there. Matt Consalves, I think, is a super talented young guy, and he did what I expected him to do. He did a very nice job in there. I was happy with both those kids.
Do you expect to still use those two, as you go through with this weekend?
Yeah, I think we'll have to roll some guys for sure, because I know it'll be hot down there, and I'm expecting them to play.